about what is the methodology involved in direct English and also the benefits and how you can associate yourself with this excellent business opportunity of direct English. Before that, let me give you a brief background about English per se as a language, where you'll be aware that possibly 94 countries across the world and with more than 2 billion population today speaks English as a language. And English is nowadays a global language to reckon with. So moving forward, let me show you a small presentation to give that entire details about direct English. What I would also like you to keep on asking questions in the chat box or the Q&A section of this webinar, where I will be able to answer all your queries with respect to direct English. So first and foremost, direct English comes from the parent company called Aptitude Studios. Aptitude Studios is one which has taken the master rights for India, and direct English is also the authorized registration partner for IDP IELTS. So IELTS is an examination which is the prerequisite for students moving abroad. So direct English in India is also the authorized registration partner in association with IDP for IELTS examinations. In terms of direct English comes from the parent company called Lingua Phone Group. The Lingua Phone Group is into English language training since 1901, a 120-year-old legacy that they have. This direct English is as a brand available in more than 20 countries worldwide. Entire Middle East and South Asian countries, they are already there, and teaches 1 lakh plus students annually through two different mediums. One is through the physical training centers that they have, and also through direct English live interactive, where the native trainers of UK give the training to the students at through an online mode wherever this direct English does not have their own physical training centers. And the course curriculum that they follow is as per CEFR, which is Common European Framework of References for Foreign Languages, which are the guiding principles for any foreign language training. Moving further, these are some of the countries that you can see that this direct English is already available with in terms of Bahrain, Bulgaria, Israel, Indonesia, Kazakhstan, Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, Vietnam. So all these countries, direct English has been successfully running for so many years. Last year, we have brought direct English to India. Direct English through Aptitude Studios is what have taken the master rights, and Aptitude Studios is the sister concern of Franchise India. I believe you must be aware of Franchise India. Franchise India is a company which has pioneered into bringing the concept of franchising in India for more than 27 years now. Franchise India itself has got four verticals. One is into the media house, where they have their own magazines and also conduct the biggest of events in different parts of the country. Are also the partners with Franco, which is a US based company for making businesses ready for businesses, franchise ready, and also they are partners with Bradford, which is into licensing and stuff. Plus, we also have the biggest broker house, which is having brands at one point of time and also investors, and we do a transaction of more than 10,000 business deals in a year. So, as I briefed to you, Direct English Live Interactive is the platform where the native trainers of UK train the students through an online medium, and this is what they started in the year 2020 and have successfully trained more than 75,000 students through this Direct English Live Interactive. So, who is the face behind Direct English? Louis Alexander is known as the grammar guru. He is not only the founder but also created that entire content of Direct English. He himself is a Guinness Book of World where he sold approximately 4. He had been an advisor to University of Cambridge and also the face behind creation of CEFR, which are the guiding principles for training on English language. In terms of the Indian market size, you will agree that more than 120 odd languages are spoken in India. Approximately after every 300 kilometers, our language changes. And hence, English is by and large a connecting language among all the regional languages. And in India, you will find that it is a market which is more of a fragmented language training institutes. But the market size is so huge that approximately 40,000 crore is the market size in India for only spoken English programs. And hence, you will find that many such fragmented training centers are available in different parts of the country, in different parts of the locations. But we have brought this direct English in India, considering that there is a big requirement of a structured curriculum and should be available in not only tier one but also tier two and tier three cities. With that objective in mind, we have brought direct English to India. In terms of the English language training market drivers, so first and foremost, English language training is primarily focusing into three segments. One is B2C, business to consumer. The next is B2B, business to business. And third is B2G, business to government. Out of which business to consumer, which is the student population, accounts for around 80% of the market share. Balance 10-15% goes into B2B, where normally the corporates also conduct classes or the training sessions for their own employees for English language training. And third is also B2G, where the government institutions are also promoting English language training. As I told you, English language training for B2C start from a school age group to even a college pass out, or even graduate, even the working professionals and the first and the second ladder of their career. They all need English communication skills to improve further, right? Let us understand some of the benefits of direct English. So first and foremost, the biggest advantage is that in direct English there are no any books and copies. However, the entire content for direct English is on Learning Cloud. Learning Cloud is a two-way interactive platform of LMS, which has got real life video-based sessions. For an example, my level one is entirely shot at uh, Sheraton Hotel in Houston. So similarly, we are talking about the usable English for every learner. Second, the entire syllabi is cyclical in nature. It means that the topic covered in lesson one gets reproduced and rephrased in lesson four, because you will definitely agree that for language learning, you need to build on the language skills. And hence, the entire syllabi is cyclical in nature. In every level, there are 27 lessons. Every three lessons constitute a unit, and after every three units, there is a test. So overall, in a level, there are 27 lessons, which overall has 9 units. After every 3 units, there is a test. So student need to complete three tests before the completion of every level. And also the most important facet is the trainers. So we always encourage our trainers to be certified language trainers, whether they are CELTA certified, TISO certified, or even IELTS certified trainers. Let us understand more about the methodology. First and foremost, whenever a student comes to us, we take a free test. It's called as a placement test, or you can also call it as diagnostic test. It is a 15-minute multiple choice questions on grammar, vocabulary, and usage to understand the current level of a student. And all this test happens on the direct English platform. So, basis that we understand that which level the student is currently, and according to that, the level is suggested. As you can see in this chart, there is foundation plus 8 levels of English, where the foundation plus first three levels are the basic levels, where thematic areas of English are covered. Level 4, 5, 6 are more into interactional level, where 9 grammar areas are covered, and 7, 8 are the advanced level of English, which is for people who are into working environment or who are wanting to get into some kind of a training, become themselves as trainers. So level 7 and 8 are for that. In every level, there is a 72 hours of classroom training, 1.5 hours a day. So that means 48 classes need to be delivered. Even that 1.5 hours of session comprises of three components. First is the objectivity for the day. The second is the language study and practice. And third is the interactional or the conversation class, where the lot of importance is given to a student to speak uh, and have the conversation classes. In this program, we cover all the four facets of English, which is reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And student also gets a certificate from Direct English, which is as per CEFR, which is Common European Framework of References. Any student at level 6 can directly appear for any of the examinations like IELTS, TOEFL, or PET. And hence, by taking this IDP IELTS as an authorized registration partner, a student can not only register for the examination of IELTS, but we can also prepare a student for IELTS training. Moving further, in terms of the direct English program, so a training center or franchise can have three kind of offerings. One is an offline student. Offline means a student coming to a training center to get trained. As my curriculum is already on the learning cloud, so it's called as a hybrid model. The second is you can very well conduct the online classes for the students who belong to far flung areas or who cannot come to the training center. As my curriculum is already on learning cloud, you can definitely integrate with any of the video conferencing tool like Google Meet or Zoom and conduct online classes. One of the biggest chunk of business we also lies in is the school and institutional tie-ups. Nowadays, most of the schools starting from grade 6 to grade 12 are having the language lab, and they look forward for a participation or we can do a handshake in terms of our program delivery inside the school premises. And also most of the colleges also, because they require the placement of the students at the completion of their degrees and so on and so forth, where they also require communication skill classes for the students. So our program can be integrated with the schools and institutions, and my business partner can also venture into school and institution tie-ups. Last but not the least, there are also corporates which require the training for the internal staff, and we can also look at providing such kind of training, as we also have a module into business English, which is primarily for working professionals. We have overall three kind of set of programs. One is uh, the advanced program, which is a complete level, which I talked about, 72 hours, 1.5 hours a day, 3 days a week, 48 classes, 4 months is the program duration, where we are talking about 27 lessons. Every three lessons constitute a unit, and after every unit, there is a test. The second is a short course, which is one third of a level. This program has been introduced to for students to basically understand our methodology, and then subsequently can get into an advanced course. The third program is to IELTS preparation, where we conduct a placement test for every student, and basis which belong, belonging to the level that the student belong to, we train them for the IELTS preparation, and also does the registration for IELTS examination. In terms of the Indian go-to-market strategy, so we have taken the master rights. So there are two kind of business opportunities available. One is an area developer, wherein we are divided the entire country into 21 regions, and anybody can become an area developer, which is typically called as the regional office of a particular state. So we give the state rights to an area developer. The second opportunity is the unit licensing. Anybody who want to open a standalone training center or even having multi-training centers can come into unit licenses. So these are the two different business models. In terms of the market posting, so what we have done is we have done the survey from British Council and Cambridge and felt that they charge approximately 600 to 800 rupees per hour, whereas we have priced at around 200 rupees per hour for a 72 hours program. We charge a tuition fees of around 15,000 rupees. Plus, we have also limited the batch size to 15 to 20 students so that individual attention can be provided to a student. So we have not only made our program economically viable, but also looked at the students' interest in terms of keeping the batch sizes low. Let us understand more about the area developer concept. So as you can see that the entire country has been divided into 21 regions, and the regions that we have already sold off are the Delhi NCR, Northeast, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, and Kerala. So these five state area developer rights have already been allotted. So we have the area developer rights available for the other balanced states. So anybody who want to take that area developer rights can come to us. The methodology of allotting an area developer is very plain and simple. First and foremost, they should have one of their own training center, which will act as a regional office. And then we are working on the minimum rollout. It's not like any other master franchise business where we talk about the maximum potential of a state and we charges a hefty area developer fees. We have not worked like that. So what we have done is you can see in the chart that there's a own center of area developer plus a minimum rollout numbers which also varies from state to state. For an example, for UP and Uttarakhand it is 15, for Rajasthan it is only 1 plus 6, right? So what we have done for area developer rights is, suppose take an example of UP and Uttarakhand, there are 1 plus 15. So 15 is the number that we are looking at as a minimum rollout. It does not mean that my area developer can't have more than 15 training centers, but my working base is the 15 training centers. So our unit license fees is only 4 lakhs plus GST, and 15 units means 15 into 4 is 60 lakh rupees. So we are not asking any of our area developer to deposit 60 lakh rupees. What we are saying is you deposit only 40% of that and you can get the area developer rights. It means if a person is interested for UP or Uttarakhand, they can take the area developer rights by paying only 24 lakhs plus GST. Plus, they need to set up one of their own training center, which will act as a regional office. Now, similarly, if you talk about example of Gujarat, it is 1 plus 8. So 8 into 4 is 32 lakhs. So if somebody pays 40% of that 32 lakhs, it means 12.8 lakh rupees. He gets the area developer rights on entire Gujarat. Similarly, for if you talk about Andhra, it is 1 plus 8, similar to Gujarat. If you talk about Bihar, Jharkhand, or Odisha, it is 1 plus 5. So 5 into 4 is 20 lakhs. 40% of that is just 8 lakhs. So somebody can get the area developer rights of either Bihar, Jharkhand, or Odisha by paying just 8 lakh rupees plus setting up of a training center which will act as a regional office. Now there are five benefits associated with uh, the area developer. First and foremost, in this we are not charging any separate franchise fees for my area developer. Point number one. Point number two, whenever a unit opens in that area, in that territory, 60% of the franchise fees goes to my area developer. It means out of 4 lakhs, 2.4 lakhs goes to my area developer. It also needs to be understood that it means even if you achieve 60 to 70% of the rollout numbers, the money that you have invested towards the area developer rights, you get the entire money back. Third, you get the margins on the material that is given to a student in terms of learning cloud. So there is a fees that has been charged from a student towards learning cloud charges, and for an area developer, there are margins of 8 to 10% on that learning cloud charges. Last but not the least, we charge a royalty of 9% on tuition fees. Out of that 9%, 3% goes to my area developer. So these are some of the benefits for becoming my area developer. And so also in terms of the unit licensee, what we require is basically 1,000 to 1,500 square feet of space to set up the training center, which typically will have a minimum of two classrooms, one small computer lab, sitting capabilities for my counselor, my marketing executive, reception area, and a centered cabin, just similar to a training center. So you will have two kind of expenses. One is readiness of the training center, and the other is the franchise fees. The franchise fees that I have already informed you for a unit franchise is just 4 lakhs plus GST, and the setup cost will be around 10 to 12 lakh rupees, depending on the location. So that is the kind of investment that we are looking out for my unit licensees. Now, how does a unit licensee make money? Unit licensee gets margins on the fee structure for every student that they get enrolled. There are four or five benefits of this. First and foremost, education is a business which is measurable. So you know your operating expenses very well because operating expenses are typically into rentals, your HR cost or the salary cost, and third is your miscellaneous expenses, which includes your marketing cost. So you very well are aware of the cost that is there. So you also can define very clearly that what number many student that add on, you get 100% profits after that. And that's why in this business, you can expect a payback period of less than 1 year, and you can expect an ROI of more than 100% in the very first year. So that's the beauty of this business. Anybody can speak to me on one to get more details about unit licenses. So what we are looking out in a business partner, first and foremost, is the financial fit. So it means that they should have the capacity to invest and also have some funds for the working capital because it will take 3 to 4 months for any training center to stabilize or for any business to stabilize. So that is a requirement. Second is they should be aware of how to manage the center day-to-day operations, where we also provide all the operation manual and guidelines to a franchise partner. Third is marketing fit. As they belong to that territory, they should be aware of which all activities need to be carried out. Because for this business, the student population or the student is my database. So getting into schools, colleges, doing canopy activities, and all those kind of things you should be aware of. And last but not the least, you should have an entrepreneur mindset where you are able to take that risk, but a calculated risk and be successful in the business. So anybody from that entrepreneurship mindset, a business person, if anybody from education industry, any trainer, all those kind of people are welcome in our business. We definitely get into a profile of an investor where your profile gets shared with direct English in UK and also with higher management. Once that your profile gets approved, then only we allocate any franchise opportunity to a business person. What are the benefits? First and foremost, you get a higher return on investment. The second is that entire support end to end is provided by the brand. It's a franchise owned, franchise operated model where you are at the driver's seat and all the guidelines are provided by us. It starts from the simple how the training center will look like, internal and external branding guidelines comes from us. We also provide you with the job description of all the team members that are required at the branch. You search them and then we train them. We also provide all the manuals, which includes your operation manual, your marketing guidelines, your trainer manual, so on and so forth. We also set up an email ID. We also set up in our website the listing of your center along with the landing page. We also create all the social media accounts for our training center and give the access to my business partners. So we give 100% support to my business partners, whether it is in terms of operations, training, or any other kind of a support. So what you are going to get by associating with Direct English, first and foremost, a chance to join with an industry which has got a huge potential of 40,000 crores, a curriculum which is a UK curriculum, best in curriculum with the video-based learning cloud access for students. You are going to be associated with a brand which is already available in more than 20 countries, successfully running in those countries. You get the resources which are the best of resources and also get the support from us as a brand. So these are some of the key areas, key functions, benefits to your business. Why you should look at spoken English program for yourself as a business opportunity. So to wind it off, so Direct English is a UK-based brand headquartered in London. It comes from Lingua Phone Group, which is into English language training since 1901, 120-year plus legacy that they have. We are also the authorized registration partner of ILTS in association with IDP. So a student can register for that examination and also we can prepare them for IELTS examination as well as by level 6 make somebody eligible for IELTS, PT or TOEFL. So these are some of the benefits. Now I would like to take the questions from your end so that any questions from your side will be uh, very much encouraged. So you can write down the questions in the chat box or you can write at question and answers. I will be more than happy to answer all your queries. You can note down my contact details. My email ID is namit.gupta at directenglishIndia.in. Namit.gupta at directenglishIndia.in. You can note down my contact number as 98713209000. So you can reach to me on these numbers. Any questions from side are well appreciated. So anybody who want to ask anything from me can either reach me directly or you can write to me, and I will be very happy to assist you with any questions or any answers that you look forward for. So, so any questions from anybody can write in the question and answer box. Uh, you can ask any questions. So as I briefed, there are two kind of business opportunities. One is an area developer for somebody who want to take the state rights, and there is also a unit licensee opportunity where you can take a standalone training center. So one of the two opportunities are available for any business partner, and we can have a separate discussion one on one in case you would like to have certain queries related to that, you can reach out to me on my email ID, which is namit.gupta@directenglishindia.in. You can as well as contact me on my phone number, which is 98713 So there is a question from Mr. Gokul. How about Pondicherry location? Yes, we are very much looking out for a franchise unit licensee for Pondicherry. We have, as briefed earlier, that we have already allocated the area developer rights for Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry. So wherein our first training center is also live at Chennai in Annanagar. So we can definitely look at a unit licensee proposal and opportunity for Pondicherry. Yes, we can look at Pondicherry as one of the locations. Any other questions from anybody? So Mr. Gokul asked, how about Pondicherry location? So Pondicherry, yes, we can look at a unit licensee proposition, and we already have few inquiries from Pondicherry. In terms of the training centers that we already have, are one in Satyaniketan, one in Hyderabad in KPHP, Kukatpalli, and also in Chennai and Nanagar, plus two more are, rather four more are in the pipeline, one in Kerala in Ernakulam, one in Guwahati, one in Kolkata, Ripon State, and also at Kullu, Himachal Pradesh. So these are the four locations that we are coming up with the training centers. Three are already live. So we are looking at more business partners who want to get into English language training. So look forward for your any questions, and we will be very happy to assist you with any kind of a question answer. What about Punjab? So Punjab and Chandigarh Tri-City, we are taking it as one area. So you have still the opportunity of both area developer as well as a unit licensee. So for an area developer, as I briefed earlier, it is about the minimum rollout for a state. So for Punjab and Chandigarh Tri-City, we have kept as 1 plus 15. 15 is the minimum rollout number. So on the basis of this number, there's an area developer fees, and also you need to set up a training center, which will act as a regional office. Plus, Richa, you can also look at a standalone training center if your budget is not much. So you can also opt for a unit licensee standalone training center. But which part of Punjab is very also important, because Punjab itself is a very huge market, not only for spoken English but also IELTS training. So we can definitely look at having a great partner who can venture into that entire Punjab and Chandigarh Tri-City as a market. And we have both the opportunities available, whether it is an area developer or a unit licensee. I hope I was able to answer you, Richa. Any other questions, please? So, Richa, you can connect to me one on one to look forward for more details in terms of Punjab as a belt, and we can take that query separately. Any other questions, please? So, let me know any questions, and I will be very happy to assist you with any other questions. So, once again, you can reach out to me on 9871320900, or you can touch base with our local representatives who might have you might have in touch it, and they will be very happy to assist you along with me to take the discussions further. So any other questions from anybody else? I'm happy to assist. I'm still on with this webinar. So anybody with any questions, I look forward to that questions. So there are two opportunities. One is an area developer, one is a unit licensee. So anybody can have any one of them. So with this, I will be winding up this seminar. So look forward to have a one-on-one interaction separately with everybody and take this business opportunity forward. Thank you very much for your time, and I look forward for a mutually beneficial business association. Thank you very much. Take care. My phone number is 9871320900. It's 9871320900. My phone number, please note, it is 9871132090. Thank you very much. Thank you, my dear friends, and look forward to have you on board.